At its core, American Dad is a family sitcom, crossed with the craziest elements of spy movies and science fiction. More than 200 episodes of the series have aired, centered around CIA agent Stan Smith, his family, their live-in alien Roger, and a talking fish named Klaus. Here's a look behind the scenes of American Dad. The evolution of Klaus. American Dad is almost definitely the only show on TV to have a goldfish who speaks with a German accent. That's Klaus, a once human German ski jumper whose brain was switched with a goldfish by cutting-edge CIA technology, and who now lives in a bowl at the Smith residence.
Hour 36. The sun seems like it comes every day now. The cat's back!
Not only was Klaus once human, he was also once French. Series co-creator Seth MacFarlane explained.
Dee Baker, it was interesting, the character of Klaus was originally supposed to be French. I remember that Dee had come in to do some animal sounds on Family Guy and had kind of warmed himself up in the booth by doing this German accent.
MacFarlane fell in love with Baker's alternate take on the fish, and Baker got the part, beating out Billy West and John DiMaggio of Futurama. They dropped the politics. A show about a very conservative CIA agent who lives and works in the Washington, D.C. area is bound to be at least a little political, but the American Dad writers have toned down that kind of content over the years. It's not because the show's networks, Fox or TBS, told them to, or that they were afraid of offending viewers. They found that political references dated the show. For example, in 2005, President George W. Bush nominated White House counsel Harriet Miers for the Supreme Court. American Dad wrote in a joke about her, but Bush withdrew the nomination. A few months later, the episode with the Miers joke aired. Co-creator Mike Barker told the AV Club, "I remember watching on air and having to Google who our own joke was because it had been so long since the joke was pitched." In the end, American Dad moved away from politics to remain more relevant in reruns. Going too far. American Dad can push the envelope in terms of content, but there have been only a few times cast or crew drew a line. Patrick Stewart, who plays CIA Director Avery Bullock, didn't want to deliver a joke that strongly suggested his character was a pedophile, according to a 2012 San Diego Comic-Con panel, even though Stewart had no qualms earlier about singing a suggestive Oingo Boingo song.
I love little girls, they make me feel so good. I love little girls, they make me feel so bad.
Another instance of self-editing personally involved co-creator Seth MacFarlane. There was a reference in a script to a character having lost a lot of weight, or as the original script called it, doing a reverse Jason Segel. MacFarlane, who's friends with Segel, asked for a rewrite. Writers gave Steve's voice actor, Scott Grimes, the option to say Russell Crowe, which then made Grimes uncomfortable. They ultimately decided on Vince Vaughn, but still recorded him saying Russell Crowe in case it was funnier. Pulled from the schedule. It's not just a few lines that have had to be cut from the script. At least twice, episodes were significantly delayed, so they wouldn't seem to make light of national tragedies. In April 2011, Fox planned a night of crossover episodes where a hurricane would impact the lives of characters on all three of Seth MacFarlane's animated shows, American Dad, Family Guy, and The Cleveland Show. In the weeks leading up to that event, storms and tornadoes ravaged the southeastern United States, and Fox pulled the hurricane-themed episodes, pushing Night of the Hurricane to October 2011. The following year, the American Dad episode Minstrel Krampus was scheduled to air on December 16th. The Christmas-themed episode included an extremely violent scene in which Santa and Stan Smith storm the castle where the mythical creature Krampus lives, violently killing Beauty and the Beast-styled animated objects. Just before it aired, Fox removed Minstrel Krampus from its schedule in light of that week's tragic school shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary School in Connecticut. The episode ultimately aired a year later. The musical cast. American Dad employs some top-notch vocal talent, and some of its cast members have such skilled and varied vocal abilities that they've released albums. In 2012, Rachel McFarlane, who voices Haley Smith, released an album called Haley Sings, a collection of sultry nightclub jazz. The American Dad episode Love AD Style, in which Haley becomes a nightclub singer, features a couple of songs from the album. Scott Grimes, whose vocal talents are also often used in the show, has released 3 albums: a self-titled pop record in 1990, Livin' on the Run in 2005, and Drive in 2010. And singing traditional pop standards with a big band is just one of Seth MacFarlane's many jobs. He's made 3 albums of the stuff: Music is Better Than Words, Holiday for Swing, and No One Ever Tells You, which actually hit #1 on Billboard's Jazz Albums chart. Have a great night.
Bye, have a beautiful time.
Underdog Productions' end card for every episode of American Dad uses a video of a smiling man giving a wave and a thumbs up, usually wishing everyone a good night.
Bye, have a great time.
According to the show's DVD commentaries, he's a guy identified only as Security Officer Pena, who worked at the building where Underdog Productions makes the show. Pena no longer works there, but his presence remains a fixture at the end of each episode, even when he's not there.
Come back, you cowards! I'll kill you! I'll hunt you down and kill you! Bye, have a beautiful time.
Thanks for watching. Click the looper icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel, plus check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.